Okay, so I just got done seeing the Scream Unseen movie for today, and from what I was reading online, it was the Dave Franco movie. I think it's just called Together, which is not a great name, and the title of this movie I don't think is a good one either. But I had no idea what it was when it started playing. And then it comes up and it says it's The Home. And I slightly know of this movie, so I really didn't have a clue. I didn't. I mean, I had no idea anything about the movie, really. But it's a movie that turned out to be pretty good. I liked it quite a bit. Um, it was a bit of a slow burn throughout. I think it's not excellent by any means. There's some things that feel a little off, odd little editing moments, or maybe the way that like the pacing seems to be a little bit slow. But there's enough interesting things going on that it's not really that bad. It just feels like you're really hoping that the payoff is going to be good, because there's so many things being thrown at you, and there's actually quite a lot of visuals and lines of dialogue and interactions and just little scenes that come back later on, and I would say that by the end of the movie, it does pay off really, really well. Like at one point, really close to the third act, some things start coming together, and there's a character that comes in and starts explaining some things, and it's like, okay, we've been getting a lot of build up and little bits of clues here and there, nothing too crazy as far as things that you're putting together, but you're getting to the point where you know that, okay, there's something wild going on in this retirement home. But yeah, then the character comes in and starts explaining all these things, and it's like it's a moment in the film that I was like, ooh, the movie can fall apart right here, or it could actually get good. Because you're hoping that the explanation that you're hearing is not the overall, reason behind everything. It ties into it, but it's not like some big reveal that turns out to be just an okay reveal. But what the movie ends up doing, it starts feeling a lot like The Substance, which is a movie that I did not like anywhere near as much as this. The Substance is a good example of somewhat this type of movie, but The Substance is better paced. It is a little bit better made as far as the some of the acting and some of the editing and everything like that. Even still, I do like this movie better than The Substance, which I think is unbelievably overrated. But after that scene, everything that happened was just like one really nice big payoff, and the third act in this movie is actually quite crazy, quite insane, and I don't know if that's going to turn people off, because everything else in the movie was leading up to something that you knew should be a big payoff. And like I was saying, the movie does have this slow nature about it, and you hope that the time that you're spending watching everything play out, you're hoping that it comes to something nice. And so I think the way the movie goes from it gets into this adrenaline fueled, crazy, wacky sci-fi, just it really works for me, because it really, really made the first 75% of the movie work. Pete Davidson, I'm not going to say he's a good actor. Some of the lines is not the greatest, but he's actually pretty good. A lot of his acting is very much, he plays like the most chill person sometimes. I mean, and I don't know if it's a choice that was in the script or his choice or what, but he reacts in a very nonchalant way when it comes to several things. Like the way he wakes up from a dream is not like shouting or screaming or something like that you see in so many movies. He wakes up and he just kind of widens his eyes a little bit or something like that. And so he does some subtle things in the movie that's actually rather good. But then other times you're like, okay, I can tell he's not really that great of an actor. But he does have some standout moments. But I don't think he's not emotionless because he can't act. I'm hoping that he's emotionless because it's this character that he devised or it's the character that was written. Either way, it worked. And for people who is squeamish with eyes, if Zombie 2 gets you, then there's going to be some things in this that you probably won't like. But if you like a slow burn movie that feels more like a mystery for 2/3 of it, and then starts diving into actual horror and sci-fi elements for the last third or so. I think if you like sitting through the slow burn portion of it, I think you're going to be happy by the end. I would definitely rewatch this again. I don't know if it's a movie that I'm gonna see again, just because I feel like once is enough. But I would definitely not mind rewatching it if I saw it with someone else or something like that. But yeah, I definitely recommend. I recommend it if it sounds like something that's up your alley as far as the overall feel of the movie. I think it was surprisingly really well done for the most part. But yeah, we'll see. I'm still deciding whether I'm going to see the Fantastic Four. Everything tells me that I don't want to see it, but then some things are telling me, well, maybe it's actually going to be a big surprise and somehow be really good. I don't know. I probably won't know. I don't know. We'll see. But until then, I'll catch you later.